Hi guys, it's reaction time. We got Revolution Saints and Crime of the Century. Album's coming out. It's called Eagle Flight on April the 21st on Frontiers. So if anyone's been hiding under a rock, this band, Revolution Saints, now consists of Dean Castronovo on lead vocals and drums, Joel Hoekstra on guitar, Jeff Pilson on the bass. That's a lineup and a half, isn't it? It really is. I have banged on about these great musicians, well, since they brought the first single out. And this is the fourth single of the fourth album. And you know what? It's like, I was thinking about this. Is that too many singles? It maybe would have been in 1985 or something like that, when you got one single leading up to the album. But things have changed in rock now, rock and metal. You know, the way music is, the way people listen to music. Back then in the 80s, albums used to gain momentum sometimes over a year, sometimes over 2 years. And that's the reason, one of the reasons why singles were just released. There would be one single and then people would buy the album, you know, over time. And it's not like that anymore. This is only through me talking to Michael Sweet, him telling me about the way albums are now, about the way that they come out and basically the sales are done very fast and they don't really gain momentum that much over time. It's almost like all the sales happen at the beginning of the album when it first comes out. So that's really interesting, and obviously releasing more singles will get more people interested if that's the case. You know, so you can understand the way they are released. I mean, some people would say, you know, it's nearly half the album, it's too much. There may even be another single, I don't know. For me, it's not, because the way I listen to this, I won't listen to these songs, the singles again, until the album comes out. So that sort of part of me, you know, if people play those songs before the album comes out over and over again, when the album comes out, half the album they've been listening to for a while, and it might not sound as fresh, but for me, I listen to the whole album. You know, I will have heard these songs just a couple of times. So that's the way I do it anyway, but I'm rattling on because I can't wait to hear this, because every single has been fantastic so far. Now we're on the fourth one. This is Crime of the Century. I can't wait to hear this. I mean, this is a guaranteed hit, this album, for sure, without even hearing the rest of it or this song. This is Crime of the Century.
Till the end.
They have not let me down at all during these 4 songs. If anything, gets me more and more excited for the album release. It really does. I mean, these musicians, man. I mean, Dean Castronovo's voice. I mean, there's an argument that, you know, to be the Journey singer, obviously. I mean, you can't doubt his talent, and, you know, as soon as he opens his mouth, those soulful vocals, you know, Perry-esque vocals are just amazing. I mean, man, that ain't someone trying to mimic someone. You can't do it like that. That's his natural voice, and to think that he plays drums the way he does and then he can sing like that, it's just mental. It really is. I've actually been listening to the drumming in this song, and although for Dean Castronovo it's probably quite simple, I really like the drumming on this. I like the way he's using that. It's like when the song sort of gains momentum, the way he's drumming, he's sort of got that, it sounds like he's got that hi-hat sort of opened up and he keeps closing it quite quickly, and I can't really explain because I'm not a drummer, but I love the sound of that. It almost gains the momentum of the song, the drums alone on that, when he's hitting the snare and closing that hi-hat at the same time. Amazing drumming, amazing singing. Obviously this band, man, I mean, Jeff Pilson's just I think he's the bassist you could hear him play. He's one of the only few bassists you could hear playing and think you sort of could work it out that it's him. And that's pretty amazing for bass players, because, you know, that's not something we all talk about or all think about. But he is one of the best, without a doubt, one of the best bass players ever. I mean, sometimes it's simple, but obviously he's a great musician. But like in this, it's got a certain stomp to it that only he can do. It. I can't really explain it. And then, of course, Joel Hoekstra. I mean, he's brought so much, I think, to this band, this project. He is just perfect when it comes to guitar playing. The perfect musician. Really nice guy as well, which is pretty amazing to think how good he is. So underrated, although I think, you know, he's gaining notoriety. Obviously, people that like Joel Hoekstra and follow him know how good he is. It's just all the people that, you know, probably don't get to listen to this, or they're living in the 80s still, or they're into extreme metal, or, you know, they never get to hear the brilliance of Joel Hoekstra. And man, this is almost an AOR song, you know, in structure, obviously. It's so catchy, it's so melodic, but those guitar riffs and the way it's played and the way they've really ramped up the guitar for this project now is making so much difference. I mean, you couldn't really fault what they were anyway, but now it's a whole different ball game. It's so much better, and nothing against the other musicians who were in the band before. It's just so much more for me. It's just the perfect guitar heavy AOR melodic rock, melodic hard rock. It's catchy, it's stomping at the same time, it's anthemic, it's stadium filling music. I love it. Here we go for the rest, guys, and we've got a Joel Hoekstra guitar solo, I'm sure, to listen to, so I'm really excited about that. Really am going to try and concentrate, because I know Joel Hoekstra, when you listen to his solos, it's not him just making it up as he goes along. It sounds like, although he probably could, it sounds like every little note has been carefully thought out, you know, almost writing it as if where we remembered guitar solos, all that, you know, them years back, 40 years ago, where you could literally hum the guitar solo like a vocal line. It's that catchy. And I think Joel Hoekstra's got a special talent when it comes to writing solos as well. Amazing, amazing talent. Here we go for the rest, guys. Oh man. the solo. So let's talk about that, shall we? So really short, perfectly short. And I know that sounds like I'm sort of saying I'm glad it was over, but sometimes I want solos that do that. They come and make such an impact, even though that, you know, if they're shorter, sometimes it's more of an impact. Every little note, there's a little bendy, he done a lovely bend on the string there, and then he made his way down the fretboard in a lot, dampened the strings like do, 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 do. It was brilliantly thought out, amazing solo. I mean, even when I'm prepared for it, I still get blown away by Joel Hoekstra's guitar solos. I love that song. And then I mentioned the hi-hat and that drumming, and I could really hear that. I was listening for that as well. That was just, it's simple for Deen Castronovo, obviously, but it's so impactful, you know, and that's great songwriting. And, you know, just those little nuances in a song, just make it. They make a song like that. It was amazing, that song. I mean, there could be another one as well. We've got another month to go before the album's out. But let me know in the comments below, guys, how you rank the 4 songs that have been released so far. It's a hard one. It's a hard one, I know, because they're all so fucking great in their own right. But let me know in the comments below, guys. I'm really looking forward to this one. It's going to be an absolute banger. Let me know in the comments below, guys, and I'll see you soon.